Hello everyone, welcome to our pre-class video. So in this week, we will talk about how we can collect data from social media platforms, at the same time how we can combine the offline and online data. Right, so specifically in this week, we will talk about the different types of interview and sampling techniques, and we will talk about how we can apply the social media scroll back data. So last week, we talked about the digital ethnography, how we can define digital ethnography, what are the key specs and limitation it has specifically, and we have done some practical activity exercise, how we can apply digital ethnography in a different context. Specifically, we used an example of Instagram digital ethnography, right? So there is some specific limitation that we need to address when we talk about when we want to collect data from digital space. Specifically, there is some specific limitation of digital ethnography. So the media scholars have been so critical about the limitation of internet-based method, and specifically some prominent scholars they proposed some specific alternative methods, how we can mitigate and how we can minimize the gap or limitations of digital ethnography. So now we need to specify what are the key limitations it has. For example, digital ethnography has one of the key limitation is the limited understanding of the context. So when we collect data from digital space, we need to rely on the social media platforms or the digital space. It doesn't have any option to interact with the participant, with the users, right? So it doesn't provide a comprehensive or the broader context of the research subject. So so the understanding the context is quite limited. And then misinterpretation of digital data, because we collect data based on our research questions and research objectives. So we have our own agenda to frame our own research understanding of the finding, right? So it can be misinterpreted, which is out of context. So we need to understand the digital data may not be sufficient, or it can be misinterpreted by the researcher. And then it doesn't provide a full picture. So again, so relying on only the digital environment, it may not give a full picture of your research content or the research subject. So for example, if you are looking for how a specific community use social media platforms, right? So you are looking for a specific social media based community forum. So your data is only limited to the specific Facebook or the social media groups. So you have no idea what are the people, what are the community members are practicing, or you have no idea about what are the people are doing beyond this group, right? So you are specifically focusing on this group, so it doesn't give a full picture of this community. It doesn't give a full the social media practice beyond this group. And also distortion simplifications. So again, so when you collect data, you need to de-identify some specific informations. You need to, based on your research questions and also based on your research objectives. So again, one of the key limitation of relying on digital ethnography is it doesn't provide a full picture. It doesn't give a full context of your research subject. So we need to think about how we can mitigate these limitations. So one of the key solution is we need to combine the digital ethnography with the more traditional ethnography, or we need to combine more than one methods, right? So from these pictures you can see here, so it's kind of a combination of both online methods and the offline methods, right? So the offline qualitative methods could be the fieldwork, interview, right? The participant observation, etc. And also when we talk about digital, there are some other techniques how we can collect data digitally from different social media platforms. So, but the main thing is we need to combine with the digital and non-digital like interview methods. So the fact is there is no good or bad methods. Every method is good. It depends on how we are going to answer your research question, depending on your research objective. So when you are selecting data, so you don't need to, some of you may get confused whether it's a good or bad, but the thing is there is no good or bad method at all. So as long as it's, you need to understand which method is more appropriate to answer your research questions. So in this week, we will specifically focus on social media scrollback interview. Social media scrollback interview is quite a unique and innovative method that can help you to combine both offline and online interactions and then both offline and online data in order to answer your research questions. So we will provide some definitions on how we can proceed step-by-step process and exercise during our research, during these tutorials. And specifically, we have provided reading materials and some sampling studies. So have a look on these reading materials, and you will be able to understand how we can apply whether this method is suitable for your assessment 1, assessment 2. All right, so all the best for your project, and we are looking forward to getting your project A1, assessment A1 and also assessment 2. So if you have any questions regarding about the methods and specifically scrollback interview method, so let's discuss and during our tutorial this week. So all the best. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.